Hi guys, welcome to Crazy Burger. So we're going to be having a look at some new products that have been announced by Hyper Megatech, Evercade. They are these super micros. So without further ado, let's have a look at the details. Okay, so a bit of a surprise announcement, some new products under the Hyper Megatech range. Now they're not Super Pockets, they are now called Super Micros, and they look like sort of keychains basically, and there are four sort of products released, and it looks like there's 3 games on each of them. There are 4 currently available. We have Asteroids, Centipede, Space Invaders, and Burger Time. So they are obviously available for pre-order right now, and they are shipping 30th of October 2025, and they're going for $19.99 each. Seems a little bit pricey. I mean, it's obviously affordable if you're only buying one, but if you're looking at purchasing all 4, that would be £80, and obviously even more if you're coming from outside of the UK. But anyway, that's it. A keychain. Let's have a look at the details. We've got Asteroids, Gravatar, and Yar's Revenge. Wow, we've got Yar's Revenge on there. That's interesting. The 2-inch. It's a 2-inch RGB screen. Allows maximum playability along with a volume control for just the right amount of sound. Makes it more than a novelty, and it requires 3 treble A batteries not included, so that the price realistically is going to be a bit more than that to get yourself some batteries and actually get it powered. Anyway, that's the Asteroids one. It looks really nice, although how many people really want one? I think I wouldn't mind having one, I guess, attached to my keys, but it would probably get completely wrecked. You know what these things are like. If you have them attached to your keys, they'll probably get broken pretty quickly. From the makers of Super Pocket, obviously. It's got a 240 by 320 resolution, which is obviously fine for what it is. So we'll have a look at some of the pictures. Obviously, I don't think there's any videos released of it yet, as far as I can tell. Maybe we'll get something in the next few days. But you can see the Asteroids, Gravatar, and Yar's Revenge. So let's have a look at the other 3. We've got the Burger Time version. What other games is included? So we've got Burger Time, Karate Champ, and Side Pocket. They were interesting picks. Not really sure if it's what type of games are included, whether it's NES versions or arcade versions. Looking at it, you probably think they're most likely the arcade versions of these games, perhaps. Does it say on the box? Not entirely sure. Maybe not. Looking at the graphics there, it's probably the console versions of these games, I think. Looking at the Karate Champ anyway. Definitely, I would say that's the NES version. Side Pocket, probably the Mega Drive version, and maybe that's the NES version of Burger Time. Now, I might be completely wrong. I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't really say there. But yeah, there's 3 games for Data East version, which looks kind of cool. Let's have a look at the next version. We've got Centipede. We've got Centipede, Millipede, and Crystal Castles. Obviously, it's the same size of screen. Everything's basically the same. It's just a different design and different games that are included. So there we got the Centipede version and Millipede, which I'm assuming it must be the Atari 2600 versions of these games that's included. I think, maybe, I might be wrong. It'd be interesting to figure out or find out what games are included. Probably be easier to put those games rather than the actual arcade versions on there. And again, they require 3 batteries. And the last one, Space Invaders. So we've got 3 games. Space Invaders. Oh, it doesn't even say. What are the 3 games? It just says includes Space Invaders. Can we zoom in on that? What does it say? Maybe this one's just one game, or 3 different versions of the same game. That's interesting. Maybe that's the only game that's included. Let's see what the back says. Yeah, it does look like it's just Space Invaders. Not entirely clear which version that is. Maybe that's the arcade version. Again, not entirely sure. Maybe you guys might notice which version these games will be. Maybe we'll find out at some point. It doesn't. I don't think it says in the box there, unless I completely missed it. But I think it's probably the arcade version of Space Invaders there by the looks of it. But it's only one game. That doesn't seem great value compared to the other 3 versions. That would seem a little bit pricey in comparison, I guess. But anyway, guys, that's it. We've got 4 new products called Super Micros that are going to be released 30th of October 2025, and you can pre-order them now. This is on the Funstock website, so I'm pretty sure they'll appear on other usual sites such as Amazon and the usual places where you get your pre-orders from. Very nice, bit pricey if you want all 4 right enough at £80. But maybe one of them as a novelty would be quite cool, but I'm pretty sure they would get wrecked as they dangle on your keychains. Most things usually do. I usually collect Lego figures and they're wrecked within months of putting them on your keychain. So maybe one of those things that will be just a collectible thing rather than actually being a keychain. I'm not sure how practical that can really be. Nice novelty, but anyway guys, let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.